Okay. So it was Walls teaching Claude how to drive the Vulcan, if I recall correctly, and my memory is impeccable. So give me 1 second. Let me set up paint here. And there we go. Oops. Paint. All right. So this would be... Let me get my sizes. Walls, cross, Claude. Okay, all right. So I had a couple ideas. Let me know if this tickles anybody's pickle here, real quick. So first we got to get the Vulcan in, and the Vulcan is a mighty thing. It is a mighty tank. It suffers no one. Here we go, our typical kind of turret style here. Something like that. We know that the radiator for the Vulcan is here. So for accuracy, we will put it there, of course, because we are nothing but accurate in this program. We know that it's got kick-ass flames, so let's draw some kick-ass flames. There we go. Frick yeah, that looks great. Look at this shit. Gotta get the treads in. Gotta get the treads, and then, you know, what do you call it? There's like the bit where you get in. There's the bit where you get in. Gotta add some flames to that as well. Alright, and then we're going to add, we gotta add like a little bit of extra. Like, our flames are going to be, like, really legit looking. There we go. That looks freaking hot. Looks freaking hot. Vols would be... The hatch. Yes, thank you. The hatch. I think our boy would be pretty happy with our rendition here. Get the orange. It's so funny that throughout the entire game, they're just like, it's the guy who drives the black tank. And it's like, he's got a name. He's got a name. Take a freaking interest in the people that you fight. It's not like it's your freaking job or anything. There we go. I'll give it some little detail there. It looks pretty good. So this is me setting the stage, if you will. I'm so upset we never got to like actually use this thing. Like I'm honestly a little bit pissed. It makes me feel bad that we never got an actual chance to use this freaking machine. It's such a lost piece of potential. Proving once again these people are cowards. They lack the will to give me what I want. There we go. That looks all right. I do kind of wish we got more conversation between Claude and Walls when they finally meet. It's tragic. I need a mod where we can recruit. Yes, exactly. How is that not a thing? It just doesn't make any sense. It was ramping up for it so clearly. By the end of Chapter 9, he's like having doubts about the Empire. And then he, gets with Chromaria, and they're both like, hey, the Empire is pretty shit, right? And they both agree that it's like, yeah, it's kind of abusive, and like they're not really fighting for the things that they say we're fighting for. Like Walls is fighting for like his country, but he doesn't agree with like everything that the Empire is doing. So like why wouldn't there be more conversation between them? It's a huge case of missed potential in the story department and in the gameplay department, not letting me drive this freaking thing at any point. What a problem. All right, so here we go. That's a pretty good start, I think. So as I was, considering this, as this was fermenting in my mind soup, I was like, well, if someone's teaching someone how to drive, like where do you go? And so I thought back on my life, and whenever I was taught to drive, I went to a parking lot. My dad took me to an empty parking lot and said, hey, we're going to practice driving here. So wouldn't you know, it's exactly what Vols did. He took our boy to a parking lot. So there we go. We're going to do a little bit of that. We're going to have like the little parking spaces here, something like that. Those don't really look like parking spaces. Those look like street lines. Never mind. We'll just keep it like that. And then, you know, there's always like a store in the background, like a store that's like not really, it's not really doing anything. It's pretty low because there's nobody here like shopping, which is why you're practicing driving in this location so you don't bother anybody. So here's the store that you practice in the parking lot of. Just like this. And what is this store called? It's called Volsmart. There you go. Instead of, I don't, are they, is Walmart the check? Is Walmart the check? Something like this. There. So that's what I was thinking of. This is what I was thinking. I'm not going to draw any windows there. That'd look funny. So next, you know, we got to see what's going on in the cockpit. So this is going to give us a little look-see. So let's see. How do I want to do this? I want to draw Claude sitting in Walls' lap with like a stick shift or something, because that's what I remember. But I just don't think my art skills are capable of that. Yeah, even the check is on fire. Exactly. You've caught my my design motif, I guess. There we go. Yeah, I don't really know how to do it. I guess I'll just my vision. I'm incapable of putting my own vision into the world. I'm not good enough at drawing people, but imagine in here, Vols is sitting down in the driver's seat, and Claude is sitting on his lap with his hand on like a stick shift and like one hand on the wheel or something, and he's and Vols is talking to him. Nice and easy. Soulmate. If anybody has money and like an art commission friend, you know, maybe they could figure out how to do this in a way that would do it justice, because, you know, I can. But there we go. That's what I got. Anything we think we're missing? Or do we feel okay? This has been birthed into the world. So Vols teaching Cloud. There we go. You like it a lot? Oh, I'm glad. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. This does it justice. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm pretty happy. So save it. Go here. Give me 1 second. I left my phone somewhere, and I just need to have it in case, you know, something happens. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And move into position here and get back to the Elgato. All right, here we go. Well, I'm happy that happened. I'm glad we waited, because, you know, it let it stew in there for a little bit and cook up real nice. It absorbed all those flavorful juices. of my mind over the weekend. It's like a slow cooker that developed very good flavors because we waited. Okay. Sorry, I'm just keeping I'm listening a little bit. My daughter yesterday decided to climb out of her crib. She's a year and a half old. She decided to climb out of her crib during nap time, so she fell out of her crib. She's fine. Babies are fairly resilient, but I had to undo like the crib. I had to lower it. I had to take off some parts of it so she couldn't climb out anymore. So now she's in like an open face, so she can crawl out of her bed during nap time. So she might not be asleep right away, so I've got my ear out just for a little bit to make sure that nothing crazy happens. But I think it'll be okay. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I don't hear anything. Okay, so last time we were here, we did a little bit of our galleon cheese. With the use of some super good orders with Riley, we got a new order for target weak point, which from what I looked up, because the game doesn't tell you what these things actually do, and even I barely know more now, but I looked it up and it says that it causes things to always hit weak points. So we did that with a blast radius increase order on Riley, and I think an ammo resupply as well. So the Lophius here, this super tank, this final boss, all these X's are something to hit. Most of them were machine guns that just shoot automatically as it is driving, kind of like the Vulcan did before, but there's 5 of them. And then there are, I think, 4 radiators off to the side here, and you have to kill all 4 radiators for this tank to be considered done. And we have to get Riley here by the end of turn 3. So we need to kind of rush Riley over here, probably sometime this turn. I don't know if we can, but we will definitely try our best. We might have to use the cactus to come and pick her up or something. So by getting Riley here, it ends that part of the mission, and then we just have to kill this thing. This thing kind of runs around on this red line and then teleports about. We've already killed 2 of the 4 radiators, but the problem is once you destroy a radiator, it no longer... you can't attack any more of them. They go into the tank, and you can't attack them again until the next turn. So in between this, once we get Riley to a relatively safe location, we are going to use one of our bases here to call in Aoife, because she's going to basically just do the same job that we did with Riley here. Looked it up, and your strategy with the GOT last mission is actually the way they do the speedrun cheese. Oh, okay. They use it in target weak spot. Oh, okay. So that's why my plan last stream didn't work as well as I wanted it to, is because we didn't have target weak spot. So I imagine with target weak spot, we could have absolutely obliterated that mission. Okay, cool. Good to know. Most concerned about our 2 turns. I think we're going to be... 2 turns is only to get Riley to here. After that, we have as many turns as we need to take out this monstrosity. Excuse me. Basically, it makes them be crits, even if the target doesn't have... Ah, okay, gotcha. That seems busted if... For here, I'll start playing, actually. That seems pretty busted when it comes to...
Let's go, everyone.
Like machine guns or something. Because if you can get every single one of those hits, like if you're hitting with 20 bullets or something like that, and every single one of those could be a crit, like holy jeemas, that's pretty fucking good. Oh, that's right, she's got the gout right now, so she's not going to be doing as much damage. There we go. The reason you weren't doing damage to the radiators here without target weak spot is that they have a stupid amount of defense for some... okay. The radiators have 700 defense. See, I wish I knew what that meant. You know what I mean? I have no idea how much
Time to split up. Okay.
that actually, like, leads to.
Right.
Which is more than the turrets. Huh. Yeah, the radiators are literally supposed to be weak spots. Why are they so good? All right, so we've got a couple turns here. We're going to grab the cactus and grab Lily and Riley and move them out of the way. We want them to be pretty safe. And then maybe we'll take this base real quick and just try our best. We've got a save point here. So like if things get really bad, we will just load back up from this point. The reason I don't mind doing that is this mission is... motherfucker. This freaking grenadier. I hate grenadiers. That kind of does fuck up our plans. Okay, Lily, you're gonna have to help me out here, babe. So thankfully we got all these guns off. Are there 2 people here? Is that what's happening? So there's the trooper. Where's the frickin' grenadier? Is he behind him? How are they? What's happening? This is really strange. I want to get the grenadier, but I can't seem to get a headshot on the grenadier. Flamethrower. Good point. Good point. There's no point to ever use the normal weapon anymore.
There you go.
Thank you for reminding me. And there we go. That's good. That's good.
Keep up the good work.
All right. Lily should be fine. Okay, so now we just have to hope that the cactus has enough AP to grab Riley and get her over to a safe spot, which it should. Like, the cactus isn't useless. So I think she just needs to get right up there. Lily clutch. I love Lily so much. She's such a good unit. I'm so appreciative of what she does for this team. Kind of wondering what a World War II would look like. Ooh, yeah, good point. That would be interesting. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to deploy Lily. Oh, there's Aoife. Ooh, okay. That's actually kind of yikes, because if the... if the Lophius can attack and kills Aoife, that's going to be really annoying. This is why that grenadier taking our AP kind of fucked us. Yeah, I'm hoping for the best. Did he just say inject the stimulants?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Whoa. That makes me uncomfortable. It blew... Oh, he can blow away camps. Oh, wow. Okay. Woo. That... Okay, so when I remember last time we hit that radiator and it was like it took down the gun, but it still fired, so I guess it doesn't do as much. I guess it lowers the damage enough so that it can't take bases. Big yikes. Okay, it's... You got it, Minerva. You can do it. What is happening? There it goes. It got really confused there. Alright, I'm kind of pondering right now a game concept that blends elements of VC, how CP works, army management, potentials, equipment, with Shining Force and Fire Emblem, how units move around the map, and high unit customization as mechas. Ooh. You know, just put that in the long line of amazing ideas you have, and I'm sure it'll get done eventually. Surely, right? Surely it'll get done.
Oh. Ow.
Lily's not scared of that, my dude.
There you go.
That's right. Into the brink. Just Nikola, damn it, the clutch. she never... Belgar never taught her stick shift. And, you know, she never got any lessons from... Oh, gosh.
First year.
From Claude. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm happy that it's already, like, not done, but, like...
Just as I thought.
Like, you wouldn't be starting from scratch. What is that, a trooper? Okay. Oh. I mean, despite our cheese, this is still, like, a really scary mission. I don't like it. It makes me upset. Okay. So let's grab Riley real quick. No need to do anything with her except get to the end. Which is around here. I assume here? Okay. The way it can just pop up wherever seems tricky to deal with. Yeah, that's why we have to get it done, like, yesterday. Alright, so the scary part of the mission is over. Sort of.
What's taking so long? Destroy them now! I'm trying to conduct an experiment! Even if Riley defuses
Is it not random?
the war won't end until we end him.
Yeah, that's right. You told me that last time. That it pops up in specific places. Like you always know where it comes up turn 2, so you can set up for it. You're right. But it is annoying, like that. Like you have to play it to know it. But you know, war's unpredictable.
Here and now. Squad E, advance.
Yeah, your first playthrough is random, and then it's abusable. Precisely. Alright, so now our victory condition has changed. We have 20 turns to get something done. Alright. So the Lophius is right here. We've got some scary shit here. I believe this is a trooper, scout elite. So let's grab... I'm going to use Rebecca to take this and heal the Hoffen, because it is targeting the Hoffen. And then maybe we can grab like Minerva and the Cactus and come up here, find ourselves a safe spot. Maybe around here. And then just frickin' pump Aoife full of those performance-enhancing orders and have her take down these last two. I wish it was random so that you always had to play reactively even when you're experienced. If this was random, I would need it to be a lot less ridiculous, I think. Yeah, it does feel like the tank having an AP bar is strange. It doesn't even use it, really? Yeah, what's the point? The cheese would hold that. Yeah. Okay, so what do we got here? We got some scary stuff. So let's go ahead. What's that? A scout? Don't care about the scout. Thank you. And like, I don't want to save scum. Not if I can help it. Alright, so... Oh, there's one back there. Okay. So let's grab Minerva.
For victory!
And we're going to move her over here, because hopefully we can just abuse. Just absolutely abuse the shit out of this whole thing.
I'm looking forward to hearing good news.
There we go. Put that there. Kerblamzo. Right? Kerblamzo. Thank you.
Target eliminated.
All right.
Good work.
Where do we put her? That's safe.
Firing back. Federation officer.
I'll put her right here. All right. So next, I'm going to gonna make some ramen. No problem. No problem. Do your thing. Do your thing. Okay, kill the scout. There we go.
That was wonderful. Another job well done.
Okay, and there we go. Deploy. Aoife.
Your heart is pounding.
Mine too, Aoife. Mine freaking too. That is... No. I can't... Oh, I hate this game. I can't believe it. I just wasted a stupid turn because I hit the wrong button. Why wasn't there like, are you sure you want to end your turn to like thing? What the hell? Alright, I'm going to save again. It's because I don't like... I just don't want to do it over again. Alright, so order time. Attack weak spot. Aoife.
This is an order. Find their openings.
That's true. Good point. I guess it all worked out in the end. Alright, so she's got weak point. Orders. Blast radius. Increase the blast radius of one ally's explosives. Your hands knew what your brain didn't. I guess so. I've got little ganglia in my hands that are smarter than the bigger brain as a whole. My central nervous system is complex. My instinct is so strong. My brain doesn't even know what's happening. Okay, so we can see the two radiators here. I assume if I attack kind of in between, we'll get them. We have 3 chances. Let's give it a shot. I got 1.
But you, Albert Miller,
Okay, it looked like we almost got the second one.
you abandoned our dreams.
Penetrator? I hardly know her.
It was only logical that you died.
Mad scientists. Belgar is such a weird character. Like, he literally has... He has connection with Riley and Claude and stuff because he's like an antagonist in that he set part of the plot in motion, but like, does Riley even know that he's in there right now? Did he ever tell Riley that he's the one that killed her dad? Like, does she know that like she's getting like narrative justice right now? I'll kill you is allowed. I don't think she does. Belgar's personality must do research. I'll kill you for science. You don't like my science? Well, I'm going to turn you into science. A really good point. It's just like Claude. Yeah, it's... Well, at least Claude met Walls, but near the very end when it didn't frickin' matter as much. Like, at no point has he called out... Like, has he ever said, like, Riley's name? Like, he saw Riley there and she's like, that's Albert's, that's Albert's daughter. She's the one, living, like, she's the one living legacy, the thing that taunts me. Like, some stereotypical, mad scientist bullshit. Like, he hasn't even said that. And Claude's not like, he's the guy that, like, actually caused your dad's death. He's the reason that you hated me. Because I wouldn't go in there, like, and he... Like, he's the reason I'm scaredy. Like, you guys called me Scaredy Claude is because I was 10 and didn't want to go into a burning building. Yeah, everybody is really confused. Similar to first. I mean, I gave Forseti a lot of shit, but he's the best. He, like, at least he has tangible ties to the cast in multiple ways and had a semi-interesting, like, reason for being a villain. And because he was, like, his whole purpose is to call out the hypocrisy of the Federation, which I appreciate. So I like that. I do feel like he was still underutilized. But at least there was something there. What the fuck is this subma tank? Where did all this super advanced shit come from? Yeah, like, and that's the other thing. We've seen Belgar multiple times, and I cannot remember him ever saying, like, I'm working on this super secret tank. He never was like, he was always like, calibrations, Valkyrie, calibrations, super soldier stuff. But at no point that I know of did he allude to, like, this other ace in the hole. We're probably only going to get a real interaction with Balgar when he dives. Something I read up on that I did not pick up on. You know the mega sub from the last mission? Yeah, the Ophilius or something like that, yeah.
And if that wasn't cruel enough, you told me the Azure Light should never be born.
It'd be so funny if all these holes I blew into him did flood the area with seawater and like freeze everybody. It's been hounding you from the moment you were... Really? That's really cool. I wish I would have known that. Is that where they've been this whole time? Is inside this ship?
It should not exist for the sake of your daughter and her
Okay.
entire generation.
Oh, okay. Hey, you claim it's not for the sake of your daughter. And okay, so he just mentioned Riley, sort of.
Your body died, but your legacy lived. Just look at that beautiful.
Okay, but he doesn't know that she's, like,
Our research,
around.
our hearts and souls.
Interesting. That's really cool. I wish I would have known that. That's fascinating.
Our dream is fight. This is the light. I forgive you.
This guy's doing really well mentally.
I did it! Target eliminated.
Ah. Okay, so lots of scary stuff happening here. Got troopers, we got that thing, we got that thing. Valkyria Chronicles actually deliver its story challenge. Impossible level. Impossible level of difficulty. It's literally undoable. Alright, I don't know. This is really awkward. The new people they just brought in. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I get 2 CP to save myself. I think so too. That's my only guess, is that the cactus picks up a couple of people and we bring them over here, and that's probably as safe as we're gonna get.
Yep, I'm on it.
That's the only thing I could think of as well. Board, please. Board, please. And like from... Let me see if I can actually
The enemy has been
move this thing back here safely. God, I hate driving the tank sometimes. It's so annoying.
all troops. Please report your status.
Boink. Okay, there we go. Oh, he did... Surprise attack. You just hit me with the tank, but now I'm looking this way. I've wrote down some of my thoughts about the game right here. We will talk about them once we beat it. Only because, like, one of the things I'm complaining about, like, I wrote it down on this list.
All set.
I want to take this
Suppression complete.
and then heal heal Claude, excuse me. There we go. That's what I wanted to do with my last turn here. Because it's getting a little low. And obviously I want to hear your guys' thoughts. We've been traveling in this crazy road together. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts. Start thinking about your favorite missions, you know, general pros and cons, things you think that they were really close to succeeding at. You know, there are a lot of things to talk about in this game. Obviously, I have plenty of thoughts. I'm full of thoughts, as per usual. One can say I have overthought. That is usually what my problem is. Yes, please. I'd be interested to see yours, your thoughts, because you are... It's a unique situation because you've seen me play it recently. So some of the surprises, like the plot stuff, who really cares about the plot stuff? But like the surprises when it comes to like the actual missions themselves, stuff like that, I'd be really interested to see what you have to say, going through it from a different point of view. Okay. Like now that you know like most of the gimmicks and stuff, how does that change one's thoughts? Oh, okay. You mean I'm not the center of your attention? But we had something special. Ooh, okay, that is not good. That is really not great. Don't do it again. Please don't do it again. No, notice me. I'm sorry I'm not interesting enough to hold your attention there. You got other things to do. You got a job. You got your own problems. Oh, well, you know what?
Yeah, right.
Good job, Kai. Don't like the... I'm going to do my very best to not let the cactus die. Ooh, God. Rebecca, I can't lose another engineer. Please. My heart can't take it. Oh my God. Sorry, Tia. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, this is problematic. This is very problematic. You had to say something. He had to say something. That's the problem. He said something. Okay. Shit. We are proper surrounded. Okay. When did these guys get here? Yeah, I'm not sure. That sucks so much shit that he got like a crit.
Hold still, please.
They spawn when the ward... That's... Where? From where? I hit... Why? Why do they spawn from nowhere?
That was wonderful.
It makes no sense.
Here I go. Here you go.
Here we go. Lily doing work.
Well done.
Alright, I'm just going to see if it's possible for me to attack the radiator from down here or something. I'm going to see if I can move Kai over, I guess. If not, I'll just restart at my last save point
Not there like
and just hope for a slightly better outcome. Okay, like... Is it only in the blue that you can hit it, I wonder?
Now advancing.
Like, if I bring her right here, it says left radiator. So, like, does it do damage at all? Hey. That says 1 kill. We did it. Oh my gosh. It worked. Frickin' clutched.
It's quiet.
Call me Nikola
Did we really stop the tank?
helping drive the Lophius because I got the clutch.
Bravo, Claude.
Oh, that was really scary.
That was a stronger enemy than any we'd ever faced. But they were still no match for Squad E.
Yeah. It's thanks to all of you. Now we can go save Angie.
That was... I feel pretty good about that. Like, I could have just restarted, but we tried something, and hopefully we learned something.
Can't get through to her. Is she still on the Centurion? Miles, head for the ship. I know it's dangerous, but please. You got it, Claude. Come what may. I'm ready to follow.
Sorry, I thought my phone was ringing. We're good. Oh, A rank, baby. A rank, baby. That's right. Everything I did was flawless. Now do it again, but make sure you get the hidden ace in the mission.
Angie, please, I'll save you.
There she is.
I killed the enemy. Lord, oh God,
Who'd you kill?
not fail.
Who did you kill? Andre? No. Everybody should be out of here. It should only be a Hingy in here. I guess just some rando.
Enemy. I'll kill Lord Belgar's enemies.
Oh, now you have a revolver. How convenient. Where's that when you're getting counterattacked? Now it only takes one hit to kill them. One bullet of Riley's special superpowered pistol
Riley,
was enough to kill Nikola.
go, go, go!
Yeah, 100% evade does not work now.
Got it!
It's a double knockout.
I'm fine.
No, okay, Riley really got hit.
It won't stop me. Angie, I'm coming. Wait. I have to go. Someone
Okay, Nikola.
love,
Die so I can do my silly dance, please.
Lord Belgar. Lord Belgar.
Did she get shot at all? Like she was already kind of limping. I don't know. Hopefully she's dead. Boom, boom. Oh my. This is quite the situation we found ourselves in.
Angie.
So stable, you guys.
Imperials like this here. It must be forcing the implosion to happen.
Okay.
Reverse engineer it.
Just say technobabble. It doesn't matter.
Twisted corruption of Dad's research. I was such an idiot. I never even considered why Dad refused to give his work up to the Empire.
You didn't? You never considered why he refused to give his work to the Empire, in that it cost him his life? You never considered the motive behind, like, why he would say no?
I just completed the research and handed it over to the United Goddamn States. No questions
Freaking fired. Oh my god, she said goddamn states. Yeehaw.
I wasn't ready to
That's
deal with
me.
the consequences. I only cared about revenge. My blind hatred did this to you, Angie. So I promise I'll rescue you. No matter what.
That's right. I wonder what the we've only met like one Asian character from this world in Azusa, so I wonder what the rest of the cultures are like.
Dad did not invent Ragnite compression to hurt people.
Are you sure?
His theories to continue the
That's
cycle
she is
of
Japanese, but at least it's not European.
all he wanted was to make people happy. That goes for you too, Angie. You were born to be happy.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care, Riley. I don't like you. Nothing about your story has really grabbed at me in any interesting way. Nothing personal, kid.
Can't you go any faster? Sorry, the road's really bumpy. Riley, answer me.
It's all filled with mortar holes and where the cactus exploded.
Damn it! I can't get through. Riley,
And yes, and the corpses of my enemies.
you saved her? I'm on my way. Where are you?
They didn't have the common courtesy to die out of my way.
Riley, hang in there. Okay. Well, what can we?
Let's talk about her.
And we will, really, really soon. You're gonna rebuild that factory, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remembered. I was serious, you know. I've got big plans.
Right. Yeah, Vols is around here. Just tell her to like not care about fire for a minute.
If I can just get the money.
You just have to tell your troops to ignore it and it stops bothering them. This is a non-issue.
Here I am.
She was shot by Nicola.
I'm talking shop. Can we talk about something romantic?
Yeah, let's talk about Vols and Cremeria, please.
Sure.
That's some real
How about
romance.
the Starchild Festival.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. And she's in the middle of a burning engine room.
those medals anymore.
She went to go to Angie to let her out, but there's some kind of weird machine on it that she had to like reverse engineer to stop the implosion. But the room was on fire, and she's bleeding out.
We're all grown up now. Raz and Kai are gone.
So she's probably also losing oxygen.
The clock.
There's a lot of fire and smoke.
Some parts of childhood you can only appreciate as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
When we get back, let's make some new memories. Happy ones.
I never appreciated how, when I was a kid, I used to take all the cushions off my bed and make Pokemon stadiums and run around pretending to be Raikou as I beat up stuffed animals. I never appreciated that as a kid, but now as an adult, here we are. Shinobuji, what's up? Kai, other Kai, Guy Kai, or our spy Kai?
Sounds nice.
Girl Kai, Lena is perfectly fine. She got the final shot, and killed the super tank for us.
Those ones are.
Spy, our Guy Kai. I don't know. He was in the middle of the thing. He was in that ship. I guess we kicked his body out somewhere at some point in the Imperial City. You know, it would be great narratively if Belgar had somehow started a fire where she was on purpose, and there was some just like your. Ooh, yeah. Marrying to make Belgar. Yeah, no kidding. They complete lost potential because, again, one of the first things we learned about Riley was that she had a fear of fire. Like, she had PTSD about fire, but she never like. When she encounters this engine room on fire, she never has to go through like a, oh, like it like comes back and creeps back up. She just comments on the fire and is like, oh no, it's bad because it's fire, like any normal person would, when she should have a deeper insecurity fear of it. It's not your fault, Shinobuji. It is just confusing by nature. And then my stupid names for all the characters also don't help.
We've got so many happy memories to make back in Hoffen.
How you doing, Shinobuji? Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us on this last stream for this this game that I have many thoughts about. We should have Claude confront the fire, and he's not afraid. Like, yeah, that'd have been good too. Like, have him run in there right now to save her, because he didn't run into fire to save her family when he was an 8-year-old, when it was totally, a legitimate concern that he didn't go in there and brave a burning building for a bunch of other people. Okay, Angie is kind of there. Maybe he'll still do it. Yeah, it's true. Let's not prejudge. Okay, do it. Please. Please. Give me some narrative cohesion, I beg of you. There we go. Perfect. Good job, game. You freaking did it. It can be done. Nice. Good job. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. I'll always give a game the credit they deserve. All right, Belgar. Are you going to say anything to our main cast? Yeah, you failed now, Belgar. It's time for you to Sudoku yourself.
No one can.
Oh, is Nicola gonna kill him? Because I'd actually be pretty cool with that. I think that's actually fine.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah, frick yeah. Okay, I like this. This is cool.
Of course not. I have so much left to do. Hurry up.
It looks like you failed, Master.
I need to get to the
You need
central-
extra calibrations.
I failed, Lord Belgar. You are a failure.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Kill him. I love it when a scientist gets killed by their creation. It's such a fun trope.
Let's go.
Cliche.
together.
Good girl. Now, there's
I like
no
this. This is good.
time. Let's hurry.
Does the main... Yeah, apparently he's about to die, and they are not going to confront him in any way. They don't even know his name.
Only hurt.
They don't... And he doesn't even know their name.
The self-destruct switch. When did you?
Look at those spiky knuckles. My goodness.
No more failures. Just like you wanted. Kiara is waiting for us.
What are they doing with the villains in this game? I don't think they knew what they were doing with the villains in this game. Like, they had no clue. They were just like, the game needs a big villain ending. Kerblamzo. Whoa, oh, there goes his staff. Whoa, look at those graphics. It's okay. I put blast resist. I gave an order for blast resistance.
Please, I can't lose them too.
Okay, Andre is out, so it definitely wasn't him that Nicola claimed to kill.
No. Raz. Brother.
We evaded it. We just crouched on the ground for a second and dodged that explosion. Rags? Yeah. Look at this stupid shit. You should have kept an eye. You should have had the Vulcan. The Vulcan could have done that no problem.
We gotta get away. We're trapped here.
I see your
It's only a matter of time.
chat there, Chadron. I definitely want to talk about that.
What we always do. When things are at their worst, we find a way through. That's true. That's Squad E. Our friends are always there for us.
Here in Squad E, we never skip leg day.
Alone. We're stuck alone on on the ship and there's no one left to save us!
Except...
This is the end, isn't it?
Is Angie gonna, like, sacrifice her life to, like, be a battery for the tank or whatever now?
Because of our friends, our squad. Their hopes, their dreams, their sacrifices. Now it's my turn to be a sacrifice.
We're too heavy. I'm the thing holding us down.
Hey, Raz. Looks like I did get a little stronger. I'm sorry that it wasn't strong enough.
I'm sorry, too.
I tried, man. I gave it my best shot. I swear.
Best wasn't good enough. Should have been driving the Vulcan. Are they going to be saved by some Deus Machina thing? So like, oh, look at how convenient. Look at it's even shaped like a road.
Impossible.
That's so stupid.
Hey, Claude, I'm getting us out of here.
Like, they should have at least had to have thought about that. It's just like, oh, well, what if we, like, shot it and what if we knocked it down? And they're like, this is our last chance if this doesn't work. And then, like, Claude has to do the wind talk, and he's like, he, like, takes a second and does the wind talk accuracy thing and hits it perfectly, and it falls down, and he gets off. You're right. That was stupid of me. I forgot that is where things drive. Oopsies. It's got that yellow paint that all the freaking gamers hate right now. Even more to the point, in the Vulcan wasn't the boat. This boat, exactly what I thought. Did they hit the Vulcan off of it? Who got the Vulcan off of it? Who's thinking about this game? Why am I thinking about it more?
You were with us until the very end. Our most stalwart friend. And the finest soldier of us all.
Yeah, and it's also a symbol of what the Federation is willing to do for power. Yeah, the Vulcan's down there at the bottom of the sea now. Ugh. Tragic. Was that it? Is that it? Alright, there's got to be some kind of, like, scene, right? Alright, let me get to Tiadrin's longer post there. I think the prequel to my thoughts on this game is just that they set up so many cool things and have so many opportunities to make the story really good that it's extra disappointing every time they fall short. Precisely. I've thought about that multiple times. When I was like writing my notes, one thing that always came back to me was the duality between this game's concept and, like, idea and thought versus its execution, how they handle it, how it started, where it's going, kind of thing. And yeah, so many of the times it's like, that's a really good idea, and then it drops the ball. Or some way that they execute said idea is just like, even like gameplay stuff. It's just like, oh, that's a cool gimmick, but I wish I knew more about it, or I wish they did more with it. Or, oh, that's an interesting character trait. Like Riley's pyrophobia. Gone. Riley's hatred of Claude. Once you learn about it, it's like, this is kind of stupid. And it doesn't make much sense. So I 100% agree. One of my main issues with the game is the execution of so many of its ideas, which in theory are, like, have so much potential. The game is potential. Or some stuff is really forced. Some of the anime tropes in the story and the map where you literally, yes, I remember that one. That was like one of the first missions we did. It was like chapter 3 of the game. And it didn't say, like, the game never said, like, you can't damage a tank. Why would you not be able to damage a tank in any normal way. And it doesn't have like a... It had no information that told me, hey, you can't do that right now. And it's like, but every other time in the game, you've told me if I see a radiator, use my Lancer, use my AP armor-piercing rounds with the tank, and kill that tank. So when it didn't work one time, when it was very clear, and it didn't even give me, like, a reason, it just did no damage. It could have stopped me from clicking it and said, like, you know, there's some bullshit about it, and it's like, no, we have to leave this to the mortar strike or something like that. There are ways they could have done it. It still would have been stupid because I'm literally right there. But, like, the lack of any feedback is a problem. It should have been an optional better... I agree. I'm right there. Because at that point, why have Lancers? Why have a Lancer in that mission if the Lancer's main job is anti-tank and you literally can't damage tanks at all? Because even in the beginning of that map, you're just scouting out where the real tanks are and the not real tanks are. And Lancers aren't good at that because they lack AP. So that mission, you're better off not using tanks at all. But when you go into it, it's like, there's a bunch of tanks here, and it's like, oh, I should bring in Lancers. And then you get there, and it's literally the worst choice you could have done. 60% of the game felt like, why have Lancers? But in those 40%, like, they can do some great stuff. I had a lot of really clutch victories because of Lancers. Like, Brittany ended up being one of our main units because I was able to, like, figure out the exact times when it's like, okay, this is when we need a Lancer. This is when they are most efficient. But yeah, most of the time, you know, just absolutely pump and dumping with Riley's mortar is a better response. Is there a way I can skip this? No. You know, speaking of skipping things, I wish there was more things you could skip in the game. Like, I wish I could skip order cutscenes. I don't need to see them. I already know what the order does. Just make it happen. I don't need to see the ship order cutscenes where I watch the big turrets get into place, or I watch the little medic mobile come down the thing. It's just like, yeah, I get it. It's like 10 seconds of stuff that I don't need. I've seen it. It was cool the first time. I was like, oh my gosh. And then it's like, okay, I get it. I really just want to play the game. The ship orders are a long time. The normal orders are annoying when I'm doing like 3 of them in a row on Riley or something like that. And it's just like, okay, like, just give me the buff. Just give me the buff. And usually I'm a fan of options. When a game gives me options, I'm happy. Like, if I don't want to skip it, I don't want to skip it. But if I do want to, you know, give me the ability. Hey, the arches are back up. Our boy. Yeah, there they are. The best characters in the game. God, she's... Ugh. I can't keep simping like this. I'm going to dehydrate myself. Aw, look at this. This is a good pupper, or a little pupper dupper. Pupper dupperless. Yeah. Aw, she's smiling. I appreciate that. I wanted her to be happy. Okay, here we go. I pressed every button but the skip button, apparently. Oh, nice. He's in his casual wear. It will be done. I'm glad they didn't bring Raz back. I was really worried they were going to do some anime shenanigans to bring Raz back. I'm really glad he stayed dead. Like, don't emotionally manipulate us, like, by killing a character and then having them not stay dead.
None of us could have foreseen what the fight would cost us. And maybe...
Hero moment, yeah.
We'll never know if it changed us for the better.
It's a good mission, or a good message, is I don't know if this war changed just for the better. I think that's interesting.
Through all the hope, all the tragedy, the things I hold on to are the memories of my friends, of their smiles. It was
Gay?
a battlefield, but it was where we grew up.
Shut up, Riley. I know you didn't say anything, but shut up with your face.
With the unexpected announcement of
Narrator time.
the Second European War came to an abrupt end, leaving soldiers and civilians alike to count the Eastern Theater's almost unfathomable losses. A death toll numbering over 10 million. It had been a global war, a conflict beyond anything the world had ever faced. Historians speculate that the ceasefire saved Europa from a cataclysmic drop in population.
Half of which were all engineers.
Secrets and of the Valkyria themselves was swiftly hidden from the public eye. And so this story of those who crossed the frozen
Interesting.
sea passed into history untold.
Okay. Oh, here we go. I really like how they forced you to kill a couple characters. I like that. I think that's interesting. I think it is cool. It did give that a little bit of weight. I do appreciate that. I saw Teresa Leach and my brain saw Teach and I was like, oh, I'm in the game. Crystal Ward, sorry. That was not us. Allard, that was me. I'm sorry, Allard. Rita, that was also me. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I thought it was well done. All right. Speaking of skipping stuff, the game would have been helped a lot more by more maps discouraging the scout cactus rushing. Agreed. Well-placed Gatlings and Grenadiers could have been used a lot more effectively to make those strats less viable. Yeah. Like, it's not fun in a strategy game if a strategy is always the same, and it requires very little setup. Like when you're playing Dragon Quest, like it does require setup to like do your big bonkin' moves in an RPG. But like other characters are necessary for that. You have to use the entire party. You can do most of these missions with the scout and the cactus and like in order for defense up or evasion or something like that. But yeah, if there were like Grenadiers or Gatling gun, it's like, all right, you have to use Grenadiers to counter their Grenadiers or snipers to counter their Grenadiers and then someone else to go up and blow up their Gatling guns. Like that would have been a lot more interesting. The Raso side mission took me by surprise because it's a forced kill and I don't think 1 or 3 do that. I'd be interested, like part of me wants to see what the other games are, but I'm definitely a little bit tired of the series. I definitely need a break. But yeah, I like it when... I like that Raz died. I thought that was fine for his character arc. And I really like that they make you choose a character, like another character. I don't think I've seen another game do that, where it's just like you have to choose a character to never use again. And they all have like special dialogue and stuff. That was really, really cool. So again, we talk about the game. It's like it did something really, really well. How often did it like deliver on that though? 1 for sure doesn't. Yeah, I definitely don't remember that from 1. 3 don't know, but 1 doesn't. It's always interesting to see who people send. Yeah, I was looking at it a little bit. It's cool because you can do a gameplay kind of choice. It's like, okay, well, I have a lot of other shock troopers. I can lose a shock trooper. Or do you do it for narrative reasons? Like, what if we send Zyga, Raz's best friend, and they both have they have this moment together where it's like two best friends going down to save the Federation. That's really cool. So the fact that you can have multiple options is really nice. So we brought Rita, and like her death was kind of a joke. It's just like, oh well, I didn't find a man, and it's like, okay, you can, okay, they can't all be super serious, I guess. I would kind of like to see Claude feel more conflicted about killing Forseti, since Raz and Kai were his two closest friends in the flashback, and one's. Yeah, that's a good point. That would have been really neat to see, like, him come to terms with like how this war has actually affected him, and it's just like, I've lost, you know, my two friends have basically killed each other. I sent one of them to die because one of my other best friends set up this trap for us, and he was willing to die to stop our old friend, and now I have, and you know, he gave me the opportunity, and now I have to do it. Like the mental struggle of that would be really interesting. Though, unfortunately, because of the mission setup, it's usually going to be a scout or engineer. Yeah, because you need movement. You 100% need movement to do it. And I think that was kind of my point, was I wanted somebody who was versatile, and engineers are pretty versatile. They have got good AP. They can heal really well, and restock and stuff like that. So the engineer being lost was just kind of how it had to be. You asked a scout. I mean, it's another. There are some really good scouts, and there's a lot more of them. And like me using an engineer kind of did bite me in the ass later. All right. So let me just. I'm gonna just load our clear data here. Oh, there's an epilogue. Okay. Hard skirmishes. Oh no. I also think cactus rushing being less viable would have given you at least 5% more reason to use the glory. That thing was far too useless to take your tank slot. Yeah. Yay! Look at that. We got a nice medal. How wonderful. Standard site. Post game. Okay. Yeah, we're not really going to do any of that, but it is cool that it's there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here, I want to read off some of my thoughts here. First, I want to go over the pros. Things I thought the game did really well. Oh, go to the headquarters. Okay. I will go to the headquarters really quick. In fact, it's better to use the Edelweiss as a guest cameo, unupgradable tank over the glories. Yeah, I mean, if you got the DLC. Ooh, we got the infirmary.
Is this your first time here? Well, we're actually equipped to help with more. We can provide all kinds of. Just remember that we're here to help you.
Okay. Use your renown at the infirmary to unlock different capabilities. The higher you score in battle, the more renown you earn. Get higher scores for stuff. Oh, uniform swaps. Whoa, okay. A steamy ceasefire? Excuse me? I'll go ahead and buy that. Uniform swap. Change between summer and winter hour. There we go. We'll just stop there. I don't think I'm going to do anything too crazy here. Because you know what we got to do? We got to do our tier list. Soulmate. The cenotaph. What is this? Oh.
It's so quiet here. I told myself this would happen. I thought I was ready. I guess you can't know how it feels until you actually lose someone.
Yeah.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Tutorial. Press F to pay respects. Okay, so you can resurrect them so you can use them in missions still. Oh, cool, you can get crystal. Oh, that's nice. That's fun. Well, we're bringing Allard back. He deserves it. He didn't have like a... I was hoping for him to like say something.
Okay. Time.
Raz cannot be brought back. It turns out... Oh, there it is.
If you got questions about tanks, I'm your guy.
Being invincible also means that once you die, you cannot be resurrected. All right. I'm sure, so there is a way to do it. All right. So I wanted to talk about things I thought the game did well. I don't care about spoilers. Is he in the epilogue? Is he in the freaking epilogue? Of course you can. A steamy ceasefire. Oh, baby. I'll save again so we don't have to do all of that. Non-can, but you can get them back. You just have to do some of the hard skirmishes. Okay, that's fine. As long as it's you earn it. It's not so easy. So some of the pros I have written down here. The art style, it's a beautiful game. The whole watercolor thing, very pretty. It's good. It's nice to look at. When you're moving around, the automatopoeias show up as like words and stuff. That's really fun. I really like that. Visually, it's a pretty game. I don't think any of us have qualms about that. I don't think that's a hot take. It's a good looking game. I specifically wrote down the headshot ping. The headshot sound is really good. And anytime you get a really good hit, be it a headshot or a good radiator shot with a lance or a mortar or something like that, it feels good. That ping or that explosion and you get that one lucky shot, like it's a nice jump of the good brain chemicals. I really do like that. The video and audio design are like spot on. I really liked it. Here, I'm going to go to chapter select here just for a second so I can talk about a couple of things. If I can find it. Maybe it's over here. Missions that did not involve bosses, that had fun gimmicks that were relatively clear, and it was you fighting a more or less equal force of enemies, and their main strength was their positioning. You having to come up with some type of counter to their positions. I think that's cool. One of the examples of maps I really liked was the Sea Fortress, where you land down in here and you are on their fortress, and you have a limited number of turns to take out the guns, and then once you take out the second gun, it turns into an escape mission. That's an example of a mission changing halfway through. That was really cool. It's like, okay, you did this shot, you did this, now you have to shift focus and do something else. It actually it forced me to use the glory, which was kind of cool. And I had to be smart about how I used my turns and, getting Claude out of there quick enough to get the A rank and combining his good movement with help from a Lancer to kill a bunch of tanks to get him out of there. I think the Minerva fight was a good example of that, minus Minerva herself. Yeah, so you versus, during the mock battle with Minerva, aside from Minerva's shenanigans with high evasion because she's a boss unit, specifically a boss scout unit, seeing where another person puts their units and you having to deal with that and, adjust on the fly, really good. I think my favorite mission in the entire game, if we can find it, I don't remember exactly where it is this one, Waiting for Springtime. That's the one with the sniper that disables medics. I thought that was the most interesting one because they had a couple of really strong units, not bosses, just strong aces with really intentional, precise positioning that you had to figure out where that weak point was. It's like, okay, they have all of this on lockdown. How do you overcome this wall of damage? How do you do it? There's Gatlings all over the place. There's a strong grenadier that's guarding your ace sniper, and that ace sniper has a gimmick attached to his existence. How do you overcome that? I think that was probably the best mission in the game, probably followed by the Sea Fortress. let me see if I can think of another one. The Winter Witch mission, I will say, is probably the only the only instance of a boss I think they did well, because Chromaria was not a boss to be fought. She was a force of nature to exploit and avoid. There was no point in the game where it's like, you have to kill Chromaria right now. She is just there, and she does a thing, and you have to learn how to overcome that thing. She's an obstacle. So it's never like, oh my gosh, my stupid freaking thing that I thought was going to work, she just evaded it. So it didn't work. I thought that was interesting. And also the map where you finally beat her, I thought that was really interesting too, because it revolved around you like using snipers to take out her crystal and then rushing her to kill her. I thought that, like, while her guard was down. I thought that was nice. Let me see if there are any other missions that I thought were really good. I think there was one in the Battle of Ziegfall. Not that one. Where is it? This one right here. Breaking the Line 2, where you have to have people go up into a higher range and take out, like, suppressing fire from the enemy as your tank goes down the main side. I thought that was cool because you had to separate your force into twos and slowly chip away at their damage as you move your main force forward. VC1 has a nice case of that too. I don't remember a damn thing from VC1, honestly. I might go back and play it eventually, but it's not happening anytime soon. But I mean, if people want to see it, I'll consider it. I think pretty much every boss who didn't make you deal with evasion was fine. I agree. I think most bosses that didn't require, like, the cheesing was good. Some other thoughts I had. The fact that non-main character units, so people like Odin or Lily or Allard, have personalities that are relatively deep, that you get to know through squad stories, their potential, stuff like that, and that they even show up in cutscenes, really good. I love that about this game. You grow attached to the side characters. To me, I like a lot of the side characters more than I like the main characters. And then, because you level by class, it's really easy to switch units out. So unlike most strategy games where you don't use a unit, and if you want to switch them in now, or you get somebody new and you have to do some grinding, not the case in this. This is an army. Everybody's training the same. So whether they're deployed or not, they're getting something. So the fact, like, okay, I just got a new sniper. I have incentive to use them right away. I can look at their skills. I can see that their skills are useful in this upcoming mission. I do not have to worry about them being weaker than my current sniper. So adjusting and customizing your army is incentivized and rewarded. Yeah, I won't say any of the characters from VC1 aren't memorable, because it's been like 15 years or whatever since I played the game. So me forgetting them is not their fault at this point. Yeah. Yeah, and then you get some potentials like stage fright, which are awful, but you know what? They give the character. And then the fact that there were lots of weapon options, not all of them good, like accuracy and stuff definitely seems like the way to go to get those headshots. But the fact that options were there, I feel like the options could have been a bit better. Like, all the Imperial weapons are trash. There's never a reason to use one. But the fact that they're there as an option is cool. I just wish they were balanced a little better. Next, my cons. A lot of these kind of go into the same boat. And we've definitely talked about it already, but I want to talk about it a little bit more. Accuracy is better early on, but late game when everyone is pretty good from stats alone input. That's true. Yeah. Eventually you get such good stats that, like, you can afford to go over into like a power tree instead of an accuracy tree or something. to benefit more from it. The terrible potentials gives you the option to try a challenge run using all the worst. Yeah, that's true. It's a self-appointed challenge, but it is something you could do. I'd be interested to see somebody who's really good at the game do that. VC1 pacifist sounds like torture. All right, so my cons are the story and the characters. Aside from like the Vols and Chromaria side plot, everything involving Claude and Riley I really didn't like. I didn't buy Kylina's and Raz's romance all that much. And then most of the villains felt they felt like they lacked oomph, and they lacked like moments that made them shine, or for me to get them to know them more, are like what we've been talking about this entire time. Like narratively there's something missing. I've been listening to you while I was driving to the hotel, loving the discussion. Hey Jabroni, thank you so much for hanging out with me. That means a lot. I know you're traveling right now. I'm glad you're here in spirit. I appreciate that. I feel your spirit. I feel the cosmos. So like Belgar literally never talking with the main cast. Missed opportunity, considering how much of their backstory is intertwined with one another. The twins not really having anything, whatever. I feel like they could have been made a little deeper. We could have learned more about who they were before this and how Belgar has twisted them, and give them a sympathetic storyline. The fact that Walls and Cloud literally never meet until they're basically allies. Vols should have been like the most important character to me. That's how I would have changed the game. All right. Yeah, so that stuff's a bit shallow. There's a lot of cliches that, like, we called a whole bunch of stuff the second it happened. The second Angie came up, I was like, oh, she's a battery. The second Kai left, I was like, oh, okay, he's, like, we're going to see him as an enemy later. And, it all happened. Nothing like that was really, took me by surprise. And I'm okay with cliches, but I just think, as usual, the execution failed a little bit. Obviously, I've complained about boss fights a lot. They're not that fun. Just the Raz death was a surprise. I'll give them credit for the Raz death. Absolutely. The boss fights are shit. They're not all that interesting. They basically require cheese or to ignore them completely or something like that. It's not that fun. Did not expect a main character to die given the plot armor. Yeah, it did come as a surprise, but I felt like it worked. I liked it. And big surprise, when a game does something you don't expect and surprises you, it means more. All right. My main, all the rest of my points kind of align in one mega negative point, which is lack of clarity and lack of information. To such a degree that I feel like it's hard for me to know what the game wants, or like what my best choice of outcome is. For example, you get all these orders that boost stats, but there's never a point where you can look at the stats. When I boost when I boost defense or attack, I don't really know what my original attack was, and I don't know what it's changed to. I can only go and attack, like, see the sights on somebody. It's like, okay, from a headshot, this takes 6 points to kill. 6 shots need to hit for this thing to kill from the head. And then I don't do it, and then I bring in an attack order, and then I see, okay, now it takes one or 2 shots to kill or something. But I didn't know what those numbers were, so I couldn't plan around it. There was no way to know. Increase blast radius using grenadier mortars. Okay, what's the original blast radius? Is there a difference between the blast radius from an anti-personnel and a anti-tank one? I don't know. When I increased it, what's the difference between the original blast radius and the new blast radius? I don't know. So where do I even aim? How do I figure out where I need to aim my mortar if apparently I've changed something about the blast radius, but I have no idea what it's been changed to. I didn't know its original location. I don't know its new location. How can I make proper judgments without knowing that? I understand it's a video game, but they also give me arcs to show where the gun, like where the thing's going to go. Is it that much of a difference to say, like, here's the blast radius or something like that? Give me something to work with. The lack of numerical info on orders is why. Exactly. And I didn't use them because what do they even do? Like, if I could see that using the defense up increases my defense by 200%, it's like, oh, that's legitimate. That's a good boost. I'm gonna take half damage or whatever. Worth it. If I don't know how much the defense boost is gonna help me, I'm gonna be disincentivated or whatever to use it, because I never know what my defense is. I never see the enemy aim at me and it says it's got, like, it needs 10 hits to kill before the order, and then afterwards I see it says it takes 5. So I don't know if it's useful. I don't know evade chances. Like, it makes sense on some, like, big units, like bosses. It's like, all right, they have evade. You cannot shoot them from in front. But I've been evaded by normal units before. What's the odd of evasion? In Fire Emblem, at the very least, I know that I have a miss percent chance. What is it? Oh, I don't know what it is in this game. So you just have to guess. And CP is so rare. It's such a luxury to have CP that when that doesn't work because of an invisible stat, it's very frustrating. It's one thing to take a risk and say, I need to kill this general in Fire Emblem or whatever, and I have an 80% chance to hit. If I miss that, he lives and he kills me. Is this worth the risk? I can say 80% is in my odds. Is it worth it for me to do this? Yes. In this game, I've lost units because of an invisible stat. Kind of shit. Hey, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, the cheese. You know the cheese. I think the other dumb thing with boss evasion just leads to strats where you just keep shooting them. Yeah, and, like, obviously, as my wife has so succinctly put, you use the cheese. And that's not a strategy. That's just abusing AI. That had nothing to do with me being really smart. It just had to do with me understanding the game is stupid in some ways and then abusing it. Another thing I have a problem with is how AP works. I'm actually going to bring up the paint for a second, if you don't mind. Am I done yet? We beat the game. We officially beat the game, so we're going over our final thoughts. All right, so let's say this is our unit right here. And this yellow line is basically where our AP will allow us to go. With our max AP, we could theoretically get right here. However, you can waste all of that AP by going like this. So I got nothing done because I was trying to overcome a weird piece of the geometry, and I lost AP because I got stuck going back and forth trying to go over this weird rock, and now my AP only sends me to here. I needed to be here for my strategy to work, but because the game was weird about something, I can't do my strategy anymore. So one thing I think I would have preferred them to do is you have this much AP. You can move in this circle as much as you want. And this is helpful because you've got an enemy right here, 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 and here. You want to know which one of these enemies should you get, 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can only, let's say, aim from a couple of locations. You can only aim from here, here, and here. You cannot check the stats from all of these places in one turn. I don't know if it's best for me to go after this guy or this guy or this guy or this guy, because I only have the opportunity to take one chance, like this. Something like that. So, like, I can't make any gut calls. I can't use everything to my advantage because I literally can't see all the options in front of me at any one point. I understand it, like it makes sense, but it's annoying, and again, it keeps me from trying out new things. It keeps me from making strategies to me. So what I would have liked for them to do is something like, here's our unit, and let's say, here's the AP. Let me make that bigger. Here's the AP. You go and move here, and you do action number 1. Something like that. You do action number 1 from this location. You now have the rest of your AP to move in another circle. You can't make another action, but you're able to move freely within this circle. So on your first turn, you can do anything within this circle. You can check things, you can run around, there is no limit. Once you make an action, that stops the AP bar at that point, and you can only move with whatever you have left. Meaning that if you went to the edge of your AP and did an action, you can't move again. You have no second turn. Something like that. Something like that. Those are my thoughts. I hope that makes sense. It just would have allowed me to practice more and like to see more options. I like options. I'm a man that likes his options. It would have been nice to have an undo as long as you haven't taken an action or interacted. Yes, I would love an undo button. Fire Emblem does it. You just undo a button, and you can, I don't know, you can BS it with stuff. It's just like, okay, your character can, like, is a great strategic mind and can make stuff up, and he can see how things go, and when they don't go his way, he just, goes back to the present and says, we're going to do it this way. Boobs are coming. I think that's it. Those are my main thoughts. Again, it comes down to clarity. Like, I don't understand how this gimmick works, and you have to spend 2 turns figuring out how the gimmick works. Oh, did I draw boobs? I did draw boobs. Thank you. How did I not see boobs? That's like my whole thing, is I see boobs. It feels bad when you use a CP, then see that unit needs 1 billion hits to kill, and yes, precisely. It's a waste, and no one likes to waste turns in a strategy game. It's just hard to test options. I would have liked to have more freedom to see what my options are. Foresight. So what we're going to do now is I have created, let me see if I can pull it up here. Boop, boop, boo. Not that. There we go. We're gonna do a tier list. Whoops. Let me see if it shows up properly. Our child seems to be sleeping. I've got my ear out. Everything seems to be okay. I heard her going up and down for a little bit, but never in anger, more in just like a kind of like a tired upsetness, like upset that she's not asleep. All right, let me get us some music. All right, let me know if you guys can hear that. Sounds like it's coming through, at least from my test. All right. So I've created my tier list here of main characters in the story. Let's see. You can't hear it? Okay. Oh, duh. How about now? I was probably picking it up from my headphones. Anything? Wall? Falls isn't on this list? Yeah, just don't pay attention to the ads. I'm not getting paid for this. This is bullshit. I'm advertising for their stuff, and and I get nothing out of this. Better? Okay, cool. All right, so my list. I had to customize it. This was someone else set up the characters, and then I just customized my list. Apparently, I do need to install an ad blocker. I don't really use the internet on this computer all that much until recently, so I'll get on that. Thank you. Here, I'll write myself a note. Ad blocker. Thank you. All right. So our options are God of Battle, Waifu, I trust them with my life. They're fine. Neutral like Galia. Ew, get away from me. They make me want to commit war crimes on myself. And who dat? So I guess we'll just start at the beginning. Aladdin, pretty good guy. You know, a bit of a... He's fine. I don't know if I trust him with my life, but he's a good guy. A little weird with the ladies, but he's got a bald head, and you know I trust other people with bald heads, so I think it'll be okay. Who's going on top? You will never guess. Alicia, I'm not gonna do the VC1 characters. That's not what we're here for. That's right, Jabroni. Andre, I think he's fine. Do I trust him with my life? Maybe. I think he's fine. We don't get a lot of history with him, so I don't know a lot about his character. He did kill a lot of people. When Frasetti came in. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and DM me that, and I'll put him in the list. He deserves it. Aoife. Aoife is a freaking waifu. She's great. She's super clutch. We used her a bunch, and she's a real cutie. Already did. Oh, okay. Here, let me Discord. Everybody just gets to see my shit. Oh, I DM'd you. I thought it said I was going to DM you. Is it copy text? Pen message, copy text as copy message link. Here we go. I'm dumb. I'm very sorry. I'm super dumb. Oh, okay. I had to actually click it like that. I don't use a lot of shit, as you can see. I'm really dumb. Save image. Thumbnails. Image. Volzipu. Okay, this. Did I put it in? I already forgot where I put it. There we go. Thank you for that. Sorry for my incompetence. Allard. Allard, I trust with my life. Literally. He died for me. I feel so bad that he died, but he is a great character. I like him a lot. I wish we had more time with him. But he was our main engineer, and it sucked that he died. Oh, that's just Discord. See, it wasn't our fault, Muff. I think I trust her with my life. I didn't use her a lot in the stream, but I used her a lot You can't like I'm gonna get copyright struck because an ad was playing fucking Queen music. Go fuck yourself, stupid ad. Yeah, I don't know why her squad story never came up. I'm using Chrome. Yeah, Ozus is great. I used her a lot off screen for grinding. Super reliable. Big fan. This guy, who the fuck is this guy? Who is that guy? I don't know. He seems great though. Brittany, waifu. She's the only Lancer we use, and shares the name with my actual wife. So she must go there. Brian, our bad company. He's fine. I don't have any strong feelings about him. He probably will go to the ass end of this list because I think he wanted me to do a war crime. So he might go down to ew, get away from me. Nicola, or Kiara, she makes me want to commit war crimes on myself. I hate her. She's terrible. Go away. Crystal, she can go away because she will take Minerva from me, and I don't much care for that. Claude, I think I trust Claude with my life. He's got some good character growth. I think he's fine. Connor, I don't really remember much about him, so he's going to be neutral. Chromaria, waifu. Hi, waifu. Thank you, Tiadrin. I really appreciate it. Who the fuck's this guy? Who the fuck's that guy? He's going to go right there. Dan. I think I trust Dan with my life. Curtis. Well, he's going down there because I didn't know immediately. Who's this? Don't know. Who's this? I don't know. This is what happens in this game. There, bro, and sit. Oh, okay, I can see that. I don't know anything about them, so they're going right there. Oh, those two. Okay, I don't know which one's are brother and sister, but they're all going down there. Ferrier, waifu. She's great. She's super cool. I like her iron mask. I think she is fun. I used her a lot during side missions as well. You know what? This is an anime game. Be more interesting. How about that? I don't know if I remember who this character is. She seems kind of familiar, but I don't remember. Yeah, okay. I didn't use her enough, but I'll put her in neutral. I don't know who that is. She's got a cute design, though. Godwin, I don't think I ever used, but I know enough to remember his name, so he'll go into neutral. Gertrude, she's rich, then ew. Ew. Hannah was fine. I don't have any strong feelings about Hannah. Yasha. You know, when Yasha came up, he's a bit of a nerd, but he's also the same age as me. And then Tiadrin said that he looked better than I did at age 32. So I kind of hate him. He's going to go get away from me. I'm just kidding. He's fine. Jean, I like Jean. Jean's cool. I trust her. We used her a pretty fair amount. Her defense buff that would come up made her like invincible to intercept fire. Super clutch. She's awesome. This guy. Who are you? Yeah, we are seeing a brown hair pattern down here, aren't we? Big yikes. I don't remember this guy's name. Like Johnny or something. I think he had the mission with Odin and Lily. He's fine. He's fine. Okay, he was the red flag father, yeah. Kai, I think Kai is probably one of the better units that it's a main character. Do I trust her with my life? Barely. Just barely. She did kind of do some treason. So she did some light treason. So she will go to the end of that list. But provided we're friends, I think she'll be okay. This is Old Man. Just a little. She's been a good girl. She gets a little treason, provided she finishes her dinner. Kegel, yeah, he was fine. I don't have any strong feelings about him, like really one way or the other. But I think he can go there. This kid, I know Laurent. He's fine. He got a couple of good shots as a Lancer, but not enough. I'm gonna put him at the high end of neutral. Leonhardt we never used, but he seems like a fun guy. He seems a little goofy, so he'll go in meh. Lily, waifu. Lily is waifu. This is Loof. Loof? I mean, she's cute, but I don't know anything about her. So she'll go down here. She'll go down here. Mabel, trust with my life. Mabel, I trust with my life. She's awesome. I'd probably put her close up there. Neutral like gorilla. I mean, maybe. I don't know how neutral gorillas are. Most animals in D&D stuff are considered true neutral, so maybe it works. She's got some funny quotes. I don't remember her quotes, so she's just going to go right there. Oh, gosh. I used this character a lot in the beginning. Like Rosette or something. Oh, she's an unlockable character. Gotcha. This was Millennia? I thought that was Millennia. Oops. She's really cute. She's really cute. I'm going to put her up here. I think she's cute. I think she can be a waifu. Minerva, pretty high waifu status, I think. She'll go in the middle because she did want to blow up an entire city. She did want to do war crimes, which bounces her back a pretty fair amount. Rosetta is the other blonde. Okay, I got them a little confused. Neji? Stage fright girl. She's cute. She's cute. She'll go up here. Is this Nico? I don't think I ever used Nico. I don't have any strong feelings about Nico. Okay, I'll put for you, Muff. I'll put Nico up. I'll put her up here. After the tier list, Brian keeping some bad company with Keatrun. Why do you want me to draw two identical characters standing next to one another? That doesn't make any sense. Nicola, I want to commit war crimes. Ooh, that got really loud. Holy shit, game. Our boy here, he's pretty high. I trust him with my life. Because I can draw him and copy paste. That's true. It's asking to be done. Odin. Obviously, I made something special for him. God of Battle Time. Raz. He's fine. I never really liked Raz all that much. I would say I trust him with my life, but he made so many shitty takes and like constantly got everybody into trouble. I don't know if I actually trust him with my life. We'll see. You'll see. You'll see. I think this is Rebecca. I had to trust her with my life. I had to trust her with my life because she was my only engineer. Riley? I hate Riley. She makes me want to commit war crimes on myself. Rita, I'm going to trust her with my life because we did. We did. She got sent out for a suicide mission, and you know what? She got it done. Personally, I put Claude in meh. He still almost blew up the Capitol. Maybe it depends on what point. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's supposed to be at the bottom, actually. I am going to go through this and organize it a little bit more. But yeah, Claude, I'm going to be honest. Claude barely made it to trust me with his life. I'm going to assume that in a neutral system, he can be trusted to do the right thing. Ronald, get away from me. You're a racist and the glory sucks. Rosette, she's cute. She can go up top. She can be a waifu. Ryan. Ryan is a god of battle. I think we can agree Ryan is a god of battle. He deserves it. He's a man that's been through enough. Ryan deserves to be up here. Ryan is what Odin will look like in 30 years. Who the fuck's this guy? Go away. Sergio, doctor. He had some moments. He's a doctor. I'm going to believe that I can trust a doctor with my life. You can go right there. As an alternative to the drawing, Ronald crying with the text, "You're a racist and the glory sucks." You know what? I kind of like that one. Which class do I think Sergio is on the field? I would assume an engineer, but now that you're asking a question about it, I assume it's not so simple. Silvaria, not in the game, so I'm not going to put her up there, but obviously she is a waifu. It's not, of course it's not so simple. He's a shock trooper or some stupid shit. All I remember about this guy is he's angry and bad with women, so get away from me. What is he doing with the lance? Yeah, Simon, he seems angry, and I think he didn't like women, so he can go there. Stanley is actually secretly me from another universe. And we all know what I think about myself. He's fine. I'm fine. Time for your vaccination. It's just a little poke. I remember her. She's cool. I don't remember her. I think she's a scout. But I remember using her a bit in the beginning. She's fine. She's fine. Teresa. Yeah, she's fine. Vancy. I don't know. This is a thinker. I like her a lot. We never used her a lot. I want her to be fine. I want her to be okay. And at the current state, I don't think I can trust her with my life. I don't think she's a waifu, though. That seems like after some therapy, sure. She can be fine. Yeah. It's just an anti-tank syringe. You gotta vaccinate against the tanks. Those things are dangerous. I feel bad about. I feel morally, ethically wrong about putting an alcoholic under waifu, for me and for her. Neither. It's not fair to either one of us to put us in a relationship like that. We can't be shipped. We can't be shipped safely. I never got her squad story either. Viola. I remember her because she's cute, but she's also a racist, so get away from me. Claude, again, or Welkin. I love him from the first game, but this isn't why we're here. Zyga, he's fine. I'll put him right next to his boy here. You can go right there. And lastly, Vols. My beloved. I think we all know where he's going. Waifu. Walls goes to waifu, and I dare anybody to say anything against me. Goodbye, baby. I love you. I'll see you soon. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun. I love you. He's under Chromaria. Here's the thing. I want Chromaria to step on me. And she's really pale, and she's called a witch. That's like 5 of my things. That's so many of my kinks. It's unbelievable. So here's the deal. He's right here because I will totally go for a thruple poly relationship with these two. Walls will do more than step on you. He'll literally drive over you with a tank, which is how you rescue people in this game. You rescue them. So I think it makes sense. That, you know, I want a little bit of like domination, and I think Chromaria can give that to me. All right, so I'm gonna go through the list. God of Battle, I think that works. I'm cool with that. That works. I'm gonna put Lily above. I'll put Brittany right here. I think this is good. Minerva would be higher if she didn't make me almost nuke a town. And then those two are basically equals. They're both cute blondes. This feels pretty good. I'm gonna put Jean up a little bit. Claude, you can go near the end. Genocide is not sexy to me. Did I list it as one of the kinks when I was talking about Chromaria? No. Genocide is not a kink. If genocide is your kink, that is the one thing I'm going to kink shame you for. They're fine. I like Stanley. I think Stanley's good. He's definitely up there. I think Aladdin can go a little bit higher. I like him. We made a lot of jokes at his expense. I feel like he deserves a little bit higher. I'm going to put Vancy up a little bit. I do appreciate her. She's trying to get better. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Neutral. Nico's here for you, Muff. I feel yeah, this is all right. I'll put you guys up a little bit. You can actually go down because I think you wanted me to do genocide. You're welcome. You deserve it, Muff. You've been here through thick and thin. I think genocide is not a kink. Should be a general universal PSA. Yeah. If you're on the Tinder, and under listed interest is genocide, I don't know, report them or something. You'll get away from me. Crystal is going to try to steal Minerva from me, which I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate that. That's underhanded. That's dirty. Minerva can make her choice. And if Minerva chooses Crystal, so be it. But I'm not about to have competition. She's rich, so I don't like her. But you can, rich is better than racist. I will say rich is better than racist. And then these three are also racist. And Viola hurts the most because she's cute. She's cute. Make me want to commit war crime on myself. Obviously, the twins and Riley. I hate Riley. She sucks. I don't think she ever really added enough interesting stuff to the game. Everything about her fell apart. The reason she hated Claude was stupid. She never got any interaction with Belgar at all. She doesn't have any interaction meaningfully with Kai or Forseti for that matter, so that huge part of the plot means nothing to her. She has nothing to do with the Vulcan other than being good at killing it. So she kind of sucks. If you get Corporal with Revived Crystal, you get a squad story with her and Minerva and the Rand. Oh, that's kind of cool. Huh. Crystal is super thirsty for Minerva. And you know what? There's enough dehydration coming from this side of the room. We don't need more of it. Riley really is a sucky character, and even her narrative potential is totally wasted. Yep. I'm not even willing to put her up anymore. I'll put her up like this. Only because she has gameplay potential, and I literally hate these two characters. I despise them with my whole being. Where would I put Angie? I would put Angie probably at the end of neutral. I don't really like the whole like weird little kid character that comes in and immediately becomes loved by the entire cast. I was able to call her story twist like immediately. And I didn't really buy the relationship because it all happened so quickly between her and the main cast. So, meh. She'd be somewhere in neutral. Her interaction with the plot really meant nothing to me. And then who? I don't know who the fuck these characters are. I feel like the story could have been literally the same without Angie. Yeah. I mean, I like the idea that the Federation is using people as batteries. And I like that it's a personal thing. But if they wanted to keep Angie as that character, as that, let's face it, plot device, it's not like she has a bunch of character. I would want to know more about Angie before it happened or after it happened. And I think the problem is I was so disinterested in her, I specifically skipped like an optional chapter with her where I could have just saw her walking around the ship with everybody. I just didn't like her enough that I was willing to skip plot for it. She needed to do more, yeah. Your idea of her powering the tank in the ending alone would have like doubled or tripled her interest value. That's something like, it's like I'm not going, it's difficult because I also like made fun of her for like willingly powering the ship to get to the Empire because she thought she was saving people. So maybe, like, I don't know, maybe if she does it at the end of this one, it's like, maybe it's more actual consent because the consent on that one was still pretty fake. So maybe here at this one, it could have been a little bit more clear about her really wanting to do it, not feeling like she had to. It's not as much of a force. But yeah, a lot of things could have happened there. I think that's my final list. I feel pretty good about that. Anybody have any vetoes? I'll allow each person to have one veto. Yeah, exactly. No one should tell her about it. She should do it like secretly while no one's watching. Or do the other thing I said and just have Claude use his wind talk and knock the thing down with the artillery on purpose and not just have it fall down because of magic. That's so stupid. If random luck like that is the reason they got out of that situation when they're supposed to be the Rangers, some of the most like incredible units in an anime war, do some anime nonsense that makes sense for your character to get out of that predicament. Don't just make it be stupid magic. I hated that moment. It was so dumb. I'd like to move Andre up to around where Claude is in Trust. His showdown with the Imps made him feel like somebody I could count on. Good point. I'm willing to accept that. He did. I'm gonna put him above. I think I trust him more than after that show. I think I do trust him more than Kai, certainly. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. I think that's fair. How about you, Muff? You got anything? Yeah, Andre, to my knowledge, never fed information to the Empire. Anybody else have a veto? I'm willing to argue about it. You're good? Okay. Then this is it. We did it. I feel pretty good. I will go back to our Elgato screen. There we go. Yeah, that was great. I'm really happy we finally finished it. Ooh, I should, and I can let you guys do it. That's a good idea. Great Great point, Teodrin. Do we want to watch the... Oop, my controller died. Do we want to watch the epilogue? I feel like we should probably watch the epilogue. There we go. Was it just what we saw at the end? Because it felt like it was supposed to be like, ooh, new. Oop, I realized I still have YouTube up in my ears. I'll get rid of that. It just looked the same. I think they just added it so you can rewatch it. That makes sense. That they would, because that's what they do for everything. It's what we saw. Okay, then never mind then. I thought it was going to be like, hey, this is what our units are doing. Oh, I did unlock Steamy's Ceasefire. I wanted to check one thing. I wanted to see if updating the personnel lets us see what people are doing outside, like post-war. Let's see. After he refused to bomb the capital, baller move, by the way, not committing a war crime, HQ deemed him unfit for the burdens of command and stripped him of his title. Even so, he has no regrets. Great job. Good man. Good man. There we go. Everybody get a nice look. Yeah. Yeah, that's real nice. Yeah, that do anything for you, huh? Hell yeah. Check it. Check out those buns. Riley, what's Riley up to? Now that she's how much partly out of vengeance, she spent time. Okay, so we don't know what Riley's doing. Any information about what she's doing post-war? Like, she's now using, you know, her knowledge of Ragnite to create clean energy or something. It's just she questions the choices of the Empire. I already knew that. Raz is dead. Okay, you know what? Fine. There's a bit more ending if you do the hard mode of the final mission. Well, I'm not doing that. Her love for Raz does not fade, helping her move forward. Okay. After the ceasefire, she and Angie hide their identities and live quiet lives together. That's nice. That's kind of what, you know, Forseti was going to do with them anyways, so I guess that's good. It's weird that this isn't in the game clearly, that I had to go out and find this in a section like we've never really used before. Minerva. She remained in the military after the ceasefire because she was willing to nuke a city. Putting her efforts towards rebuilding Squad F, she personally named their new tank Crystal. Well, that's sweet. Ran out of money, yeah. Those little bouncing square cutscenes cost a lot of money, which is another thing I like, by the way. When it comes to pros, I like when the character portraits kind of like jump around. I think that's cute. Yeah, do it like they do on Fire Emblem when you end the game and everybody gets like that little paragraph about what they do that's like specific to them. This is even easier because there's no like shipping people. After the ceasefire, he helps Claude rebuild the factory. He still keeps his camera close at hand, hoping to start a photography studio that's one day. I forgot Miles wanted to be a photographer because it literally doesn't matter. It literally couldn't matter less. Dan. Nothing new for him. Ronald. Nope. Crystal is dead. What do you have to say about Loof? Loof is 18. She lacks poor social skills. Nothing important there. Let's find our people that we care about. What happened to Rags? What nothing new about Rags. I didn't even know Belgar's first name was Heinrich. As if, like, if you needed that information. Chromaria. Look at that fucking queen. Look at that pose. Eventually, she realized the person who could give her that home. Okay, I assume her and Walls have a healthy relationship. With his more war merits and a Valkyrian girlfriend. Nice, who's putting labels? Many call him the most dangerous man in Europa. Hell yeah, Klaus. Imagine if Wiles wanting to be a photographer could have been relevant and he takes photos of enemy encampments as reconnaissance or something. Yeah, it'd be really cool. It'd be really cool. Like, there's stuff to do. Like, photography is interesting and it has, like, utility. It's not nothing. Oh, look at this. Stuff about Nicola. I didn't know she would have been in here. She and Kiara were taken in by Belgar at a young age, extremely sadistic, enjoys psychologically torturing. Though tasked with overseeing Kiara and Chromaria, she often harasses them. Though she and Kiara seem like they could be close, she looks down on Kiara as a simpleton. Due to calibrations, she's become brutal and loyal, very emotionally unstable. Final calibration shattered her mind. Okay, Kiara... aggressive, physically abusive. See, like, where was this? I never really felt like we saw Kiara or Nicola and Chromaria, like, interacting. But there's a couple sentences in here about how they, like, hang out. Like, not hang out, but that, like, there is a relationship there. Why couldn't they have added any of this to the cutscenes? Like, it's all hidden away in here. She fears being abandoned, and desperation makes her act impulsively. Okay. If you want to hate them more, there's the Chromaria. Oh, okay. This is what was originally written for the characters, and then zero of it made into the story. Or I guess it got put into the DLC. How strange. How strange. Like, yeah, you're supposed to have background on all your characters. Like, if you want me to care. Fenrir. Yeah, look at that. He understands human speech. He's still a little wary about Walls and Chomaria's relationship. A bit only, but you do see them be the absolute worst towards Chromaria. Well, as if I needed extra reasons to hate them. Thomas Kevin. Here we go. After returning to his hometown, he quits being a shut-in and works to help his family's farm. He now goes by Hades, God of the Harvest. What a freaking unit. Look at this man, using his godlike powers to help his family. Best character. Hades! You know what? Good for him. He's got a nice, like, cultural diversity. He's like, I appreciate Norse gods. I appreciate Greek gods. In a universe where Norway and Greece don't exist. Oh, look at Azusa. Okay. Stanley. Let's see. Ryan. I gotta know about Ryan. After the war, he was snapped up by another military. When legends of his exploits finally stopped coming in, none could say if he died or retired. Aw. I want him to... He is a god. See, I told you he was god of battle. I knew it. Fancy? I guess you only get it. I guess you only get the postscript if you do their mission. If Norway and Greece don't exist, does that mean Odin is actually from Earth and got isekai'd? Oh my gosh. If that's somehow secretly his lore, he becomes literally the best character in the game. By the way, he's also waifu material. I want to make that clear. And so is Ryan. They were above the waifu, but it is implied that they were still in waifu category. Ferrier, with newfound courage, she discards her masks, leaves her father's house, and finds her mother. The two of them now live in the countryside. Well, that's sweet. She deserves a quiet life. Lily Taking advantage of her sense for bad omen, she becomes a fortune teller. Apparently she's a 100% success rate, but only to predict misfortune. Excellent. Oh yeah, I guess I don't have it for Azusa then. Can you find it and copy paste it? I agree, Tiadrin. I think that would be hysterical if you just have a side character who like kind of breaks the fourth wall in a really weird way and like talks about an alternate universe. Really fun. Jean went on to win the arm wrestling world championship, but could never win against her husband, always too flustered about holding his hand. That's adorable. Jean is so cute. I really like her. Brittany. After the war, she returned home to her daughter. With Melania's words fresh in her mind, she's considering diving back into the dating pool. Ooh, nice. Okay, so if Allard survived, we revived him, so we get the end of his story. A tank-centric journey is interrupted by word that his family factory is in danger of closing. With his industrial know-how, he revives the business. Okay, she doesn't drink. She eventually returns home after reports of relations souring between her homeland and Vinland. Some say another great... Oh, no. So they're just using her to tease world... Like the West-East... Ugh, that's awful. Ugh. I don't want Azusa to be nuked. That makes me sad. How cute. You think VC5 is happening? Yeah, we don't get anything on a lad. Yeah, we're literally dropping little girls onto Japan now. Oh man, I didn't even get Norid's side story. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was with Azusa. That sucks. I used him so much. Mabel? How did we not get Mabel's? We used her quite a bit and did her side story. Huh. I guess I didn't use her enough. Aoife? After a beautiful ceremony, she's on her honeymoon. Her brand of accidentally seductive sweetness continues, making her husband antsy. After the war, he returns home to the north. Some say that he can be spotted running through the wilds accompanied by a pack of wolves. Oh. That's a good joke, Tiadrin. That's a good frickin' joke. Alright, I think that's all the characters we really cared about. Let's take a look at our statistics. Look at this. Mostly A's. A couple of B's for ones I didn't want to have to redo. But mostly A's. Good for us. Good for us. A's and B's. Can somebody pretend to be my dad and pay me for my good grades, please? Yes. I'm supposed to get money for all my A's and B's. If you guys pay me for the A's and B's, I can use it to buy more video games for stream. I'm just kidding. Also in their squad story, Norid and Scott catch Azusa spying on the forbidden sector of the Centurion. Ooh. Cool. She tries to silence them by seducing them, but like Norid doesn't give a crap. And Scott's a yes man. That's so funny. And then they help her disappear during a mission so she can cut her tongue. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm sad I didn't show up. If I weren't so poor. We could fund each other's video game addictions. Speaking of, since we're basically, done with our stream today, we can just talk for a little bit. I'm still working on it. I think my really real Game Gear that I have hooked up to my Elgato, I think it's working just fine. So we should be able to start Shining Force Final Conflict maybe tomorrow. It seems like my Game Gear is working just fine. I did some tests yesterday, and I think it went okay. So I'm going to try it a little bit more because my experience with the Game Gear is very limited. So I'm not sure exactly how to work the Game Gear. But my plan is tomorrow, starting Shining Force Final Conflict. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I played... I skipped the cutscenes up until the first battle just to see how it would play out and stuff, and it seems okay. Feel free to DM me about the Game Gear. Thank you. I will. I will indeed. It should be fine. Other than that, think about what you want me to stream next after that, so I have enough time to get it ready. Like, for instance, if you wanted me to play Fire Emblem, the Teleus duology, I would need time to make sure that I have what I need to emulate from my Wii, to make sure I have that all set up with my Wii. I do have the first Teleus series game, and I wouldn't mind playing it again and then playing the second one. So if we want to do that next, or you can take a look at Discord, because I have the thing there about like games I'm considering playing, and you can always add to that. So let me know. I'm willing to play basically anything. If we want to take a break from strategy games, I'm cool with that too. There are other types of games I like to play. If you wanted to play an RPG, if we want to do like some weird SMT, if we wanted to go back and play like Nocturne or SMT5 or something for a little bit, yeah, I could play Muff's game. I did download it. It is on my desktop. It's there. So like if I want to play it, the demo is available to me. But yeah, we'll be playing Shining Force. I need to do like a demo day. That's what I need to do. I need to do demo day where I just play both of your games. Yes, Muff does have a game. I think he linked it in my Discord. I think he linked it in the Discord. Yeah, okay, so you can just check my Discord. It's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere. I can take a look real quick. That way you don't have to search through all my dank-ass memes and cringe yourself to death. It is in the discussion chamber section of the Discord. We can talk about it for a little bit. Yeah, okay, cool. I think that's all I got, other than just, I think that's all, yeah, I think that's all I got. There's no content. Oh, we were talking about it in stream. That's why there was no... Oh, thank you, Draw Ronald. Very, very good point, sir. Very good point, sir. Oh, all right, let me get it ready. Let me... New. I don't want to save the changes of the weird drawings I did about me complaining about AP. You know what? I'm actually going to do... I'm gonna bring up Ronald's face. I want to try to make a good face. Where are you, Ronald? There we go. Okay, I'm gonna the rare time when I use a reference. All right, he's got a. I'll put Ronald. Paint. Here we go. Ronald. So that's a pretty rectangular frickin' head. I guess it goes down a little bit. So I'll try to, you know. Look at this frickin' man. Look at this frickin' doofus. Do a little bit of that. You know what else I don't like is he has his hair swooped like I do. I don't appreciate that. He's got like he's got these weird cheek eye things that I don't really understand. Give him his stupid Nazi eyes. There we go. So here are his eyes. He's looking away. And he's got little tears. Because he is a pitiable creature. So he's got like he's a bit of a shaved kind of side there. A bit of a shaved side there. And then his hair kind of goes up like that. Like that. And I'll give it like some darker spots here to give it a little bit of... give it a little bit of texture. Like that. It goes like that. And then I guess one part comes down here past his face. His stupid racist face. This stupid bastard. And I'll give him like give him his nose here, his stupid nose. That doesn't look like a nose. That's fine. There we go. That looks pretty good. That looks alright. Let's fill in his hair. There we go. And then... yeah, he's like that. And then I'll do another face over here. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to find a picture of our favorite Darson character. Where are you? Aoife. There she is. That's an awesome mouth. Thank you. Yeah, I tried my best to do a little grumble. Just a bit of a grumble. So she's got like a rounder face. Kind of like that. Something like that. And then I'm going to give her like that. She's got beautiful hair. It's like a dark purple indigo, maybe. Can I make that a little darker? It's closer to that, maybe. I am using a reference. That seems pretty good. I'll do that. So that goes down like this. Yeah. And it goes up like this, all the way back down. And like that. Very cute. Super adorable. Molto adorbs. There. She's got her cute little eyes there. I'm not being biased. What makes you think I'm being biased about the way I talk about these characters? Like that. Little nose there. She doesn't look great. I'm going to be honest. She doesn't look great. Her eyes are a little too far apart. I can do better. I can do better with the eyes. But it's so hard to erase. Yeah, there's no real good erase option in here. I guess I could do that. There we go. Obviously, Aoife deserves to look her best. There we go, and I'll bring the size back down to a normal. Yeah, she's got softer eyes, you know. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That looks a little bigger. Looks a little more normal. And she gets the pretty purple eyes. Nice. This was alright. What was she supposed to say? She was supposed to be saying something about her being a racist. I want to make sure I get the quote right. You're racist and the glory sucks. That's correct. I had to make sure I get it right. You're... Oops. Racist. And the glory sucks. Ah, perfect. Just found a super weird fact about the first game. Ooh, okay. Whilst the first game was in early development and called Galleon Panzers, the Darsens were originally going to be a race of cat people called Bast people or Bastion. Huh. You know, I think I was in somebody else's chat one time, and or maybe it was on the Reddit, and I saw something about cat people, and I was like, what's the cat people meme? What's that about? Is it Ronald? Roland? He sucks. Ronald or Roland sucks and is a racist. These are facts that are known. All right. Go here. I want to take a look at it. That's not that bad. I think that's kind of clever. It's not like overly like catified or something. My biggest concern is that just like everything about Valkyria Chronicles is cool idea. How about that execution though? Like, are they going to treat these cat characters as like anime tropes? Are they going to make sure that they feel real and legitimate and stuff? Like, how are they going to be weirdly fetishized or something like that? Like, it is a little worrisome. That definitely looks better, and it seems like they keep part of it because a couple characters have like ear-looking headwear occasionally. So I guess they kept some of the designs, but I feel like that's fairly subtle and could work. Again, provided they do the right thing with it. Yeah, we'll never know. Unless Teodrin decides to put it in his game. Huh? I think that's what you have to do. The world has called upon you. Great purpose has been bestowed upon you. The burden of making something better. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, okay, I think that's about it. Let's see if anybody is available to raid. Hopefully this time... is... The person... Kara from before, it says she is live. I'm going to go ahead and raid her. Hey, thanks so much. You had a lost... Kick ass. Thanks for joining me. If you like VC4, I'm sorry to say that it is over, but tomorrow I think I will be back with Shining Force Final Conflict. So, Game Gear time. Get frickin' jazzed for it. Thanks so much, everybody. Be frickin' cool. Love yourself the way I love all my waifus. And you know what? You're going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine in life. Yeah, I think that's it. Later, bye. Oh, haven't been here long, but I'm glad to see Nebulous Art shenanigans too, and sweet yeah, please come next time then. I'd love to talk to you more. I'd hang around, but I gotta go get my kid from school. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. Scroll up if you want. Join the Discord to make sure you don't miss anything. Yeah, I love you guys. See you later. Bye.